Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I have a building tips and tricks video. I'm gonna show you guys some advanced building techniques that you guys could be using in actual games. And this is something that I do a ton in games, and you guys are gonna see exactly why, and I'm gonna explain that as well. And before we get into the video, I have another V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, make sure you guys have me supported as a creator on the item shop. All you need to do this is go to the item shop, hit X, type in Young Humor. That's all you have to do, and you will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video I have an advanced building tutorial. I'm going to show you guys a few things that you guys can be doing in game that's going to help you guys get high ground, and as well help you guys maneuver around buildings a little bit easier and a little bit more efficiently. Alright, so the first scenario that I want to talk about is, say you're ramping up, and you could put it, or the other person puts a floor or pyramid above you and you're below it, and you want to go for high ground. So there's a few things you can do from the situation. And if you're at the bottom, one thing you can do is you can either try to shoot it out, you can try to build back, and then try to go up. There's a few different situations you can do, but there really is some better options to kind of take control high ground than other than just shoot it down, because shooting down, it really isn't that bad of a strategy. But if you try to just turn around and ramp out, you're never going to be able to get high ground or try to get even close to high ground, especially because it's going to be a lot easier for the person on top just to keep ramping up, and then every time that you go down and then try to ramp back up, they're going to have high ground every single time. So it's really not the best option. So one of the better options you can do is you can go around the sides, you can jump around the side and then put a floor panel and then ramp up from there. And this is what it looks like. You jump around the right side, or you can jump around the left side. You put a floor panel, and then from the floor panel you put a wall, and you put a stairs, and then you can ramp up from there. And the really good thing about this is, one of these things is, it does catch a lot of players off guard, because a lot of players, once they put that floor and that pyramid on top of you, more than likely they're going to expect for you to go down and then try to ramp back up. But if you come around the sides, either the right side or the left side, a lot of times you're going to be able to get high ground right away off of that situation. And as well, it's very quick, and right after you jump, you pretty much lose almost no momentum at all, so you can keep running and keep going for that high ground. And even if they are ready for it, they're going to be constantly trying to build for high ground, and eventually you're going to be able to get it. And I would say the most common problem when going for one of these techniques is just hitting your head on either the floor panel or hitting your head on the pyramid. And once you hit your head, you're going to fall straight down. So that's the only bad thing about this. And if you're going for this, especially in an in-game situation, you want to make sure that you're not going to fall down too far, because in case you mess up, in case you miss, you don't want to fall and die to fall damage. It's probably the worst thing that could happen, because it is a little bit risky depending on, kind of where you are, if you're on the side of a hill, or if you're just a couple feet off the ground, or if there's build right next to you. So you definitely have to play it off the situation and how comfortable you feel about this. Because if you don't feel that comfortable, then I wouldn't try risking it too hard. I would just try practicing a little bit more. And then when it comes to games, then you want to play a little bit more safe when it comes to this technique. So definitely the hardest part is just getting a good jump off the side and then placing the floor. And once you place the floor, the rest of it's pretty easy. All you have to do is just ramp up and you're going to get high ground. So making sure you jump off and give yourself a little bit of room can be a little bit more difficult, but it does take a little bit of practice to do this. That's why it is a little bit more advanced, but at the same time it is very effective, and there's a lot of situations that you can do this in. It doesn't have to be that exact situation where you just have the floor panel and the ramp above you, and maybe you could be just jumping around the side to another building, or just jumping around the side and connecting it to another structure. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this, but doing right here is a good way to practice it. So in game, when it comes to doing this build, you're going to have it down and you're going to be able to use it to your advantage. So with that being said, there is a second way and a second technique that you can do with this. That is something that I do in creative. I probably wouldn't do it too much in public matches, because you're just going to get RPG'd and sprayed out every single time. That's just how people play in public matches. They're just going to spray you and they're going to knock you down every single time. But for this one, what you want to do is the exact same sort of thing where you jump around the side. So you want to jump around the side and you want to put the floor panel. And once you put that floor panel, what you want to do is you want to put a stairs above you. And if you want to put a stairs above you, what you have to do is just look directly down. And if you look directly down, the stairs are going to place above you. And the reason why you want to have a stairs above you is because when you go to do it, you're going to have a stairs in front of you and you're going to have a stairs above you, so you can't get shot from the top. And the reason I do this a little bit more when it comes to 1v1s and different things like that is because it's very quick, and when you're doing this, you're sprinting the entire time because you only put the floor panel for like a second, then you turn around and go immediately. So you don't slow down at all. It's almost like doing a double 90 in a way, because when you're doing double 90s, and the reason why double 90s are very effective is because you don't slow down at all. It's a constant sprint. And that's the exact same thing about this one here. It's a constant sprint, so you're going to be running the entire time. And this is what it looks like full speed. And as you can see, it's very, very quick and a very effective thing to do. I probably wouldn't do it in public matches way too much, because if there's nothing below you, they're going to take fall damage. Because if someone's above you, or even if someone's below you and you do something like that, you're just going to get RPG, grenaded, dynamited, sprayed out. So that's just one thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to public matches. And it doesn't mean every situation or to never use in public matches, but it can be a little bit more difficult, especially because a lot of players just like to spray and then spam rockets all the time. So that's just something that I do a lot in 1v1s, but not so much in public matches. And another thing that you can do when you have the thing above you and have the floor panel and pyramid above you is instead you can put your ramp to the side. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do that. And this is very effective for a lot of reasons. Maybe not even so much in this situation specifically, but when it comes to any situation, this is another really good thing to know and a really good thing to have in your inventory in case you ever need to use it. And to do this here, what you want to do, basically the key of this is you want to look straight down when you're putting your ramp. And if you look straight down when you're putting your ramp, you're going to place it every single time. It can get a little bit messed up or a little bit iffy if you're not looking straight down, if you're looking a little bit up, or if you're just looking straight in front of you. It is not going to work as well. So when you're doing this, it's very, very simple. You just have to keep in mind that you always look directly down when you're doing this so it places every time. Because if it doesn't place, you're going to be in trouble. You're probably going to take a lot of fall damage or even die to fall damage. And just knowing that mechanic in the game, just being able to connect any structure like that is really going to help you out, because you're going to be able to connect a lot of structures. And when you're coming down from ramps or you're going sideways from ramps, there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of mechanics you guys should know about when it comes to building. So in case you're ever getting shot down, you need to come down really quick, or if you need to go to the right or left, you have those kind of things in your inventory and you're going to be able to do it very well and very effectively. Alright, so here I'm going to put all of them together in a building kind of sequence, and this is a good way to practice, is just trying to do all of them at the exact same time. Or best way to do it, honestly, is just go into a creative, go into playgrounds. For me, I like creative a lot bit better, but what I do is just basically I try to do as much builds or as many builds as I can to max height without messing up, or trying to do at least the amount of mess ups as possible. And of course I was messing up a lot because this is something that I'm still practicing on a lot. And I really mess up a ton because I always hit my head on the top and then I keep falling down. So this is something that I don't do a ton in games because I don't feel like I'm comfortable yet. But it's also really important that when you're doing this, you also practice going off the right side as well as the left side. And for me personally, jumping off the left side is a little bit harder. It's like doing double 90s to the right side. It's a little bit harder and a little bit weirder for me, just because of the way the camera angle is. And I think it's a lot better and a lot easier for me to do it that way. But it's really important that you practice up both sides, like I said, because a lot of times when it comes to a lot of builds, I only do them a certain way. And of course I'm going to be a fast builder, but it's going to be even quicker if I can learn how to do it anyway. So when it comes to in-game situations, if I need to build instantly, or if I need to come from that side specifically, I'm going to be able to do it without messing up. And one thing that it felt for me, I don't know, it might be just me, but when it comes to jumping off the side, I feel like it's a little bit easier when I have a pyramid and a little bit more difficult when I have a floor. It might just be me, but honestly, I don't know. It could be a little bit of both, I'm not sure. But one final thing that I would like to mention, or one final thing that I would like to talk about in this video, is when it comes to doing these sort of builds like in-game or in-game situations, and creative, it doesn't really matter too much because, you know, there's no fall damage because you can turn that off. But when it comes to these in-game situations or in-game anything, you always want to make sure when you're building to try to have as much connected as you possibly can, because the worst thing that could happen is you can get shot down. So to prevent that, you try to want to connect as many builds as possible. Try to connect to their builds, connect to your builds, because the more you connect to, the harder it is to shoot down. And of course they have dynamite. Dynamite destroys everything. Even buildings aren't safe to dynamite. But for the most part, when you're in a gunfight, or maybe you're in a build fight, you have multiple people shooting at you, multiple teams, you want to try to connect as much as possible, and that's going to give you guys the best chance to winning situations or winning build fights. And with that being said, that'll wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked the video. And if you guys could, drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my notifications so you get notified for every video. And as well, if you haven't already yet, make sure you guys use my supporter creator code in the item shop, Young Humor. I really do appreciate all you guys who are supporting me. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.